Was that?
It's a burp / hiccup thing that I got going. Sometimes it's pretty, I don't know. It can't decide what it wants to do. Oh, we're recording. I'm sorry.
Are we recording? Oh, well. Hello,
Hello.
family. Good morning.
I took my
Hi,
jacket off. Did it fool you to think that we're in a new day?
and I washed this.
I spritzed myself with some perfume. Okay. Lesson 119. That's another beautiful review. Can I be honest with you? I was really not liking the reviews because they're so short, but now I'm realizing that because they're short, we have room to pad it in as we, feel inspired. So I like the reviews. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Truth will correct all errors in my mind. That's big. Truth will correct. Truth will correct all errors in my mind. I am mistaken when I think I can be hurt in any way. I am God's son, whose self rests safely in the mind of God. So much in those just little bits, right?
Well, you could sit with this and not read anything else, and just sit with this moment to moment to moment for days or months, and you could awaken from this.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If you really, really believed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
truth, sis, do you mind to just unpack what truth is? Because just without taking half an hour.
Oh. Okay, yeah, no, but I mean, it's truth, which is the impartation from the mind of God to us. It's a revelation. It's God declaring itself, how God is, what God is, where God is, and what we are as God's creation, or as he puts it, his image and likeness. So it's the ultimate, the absolute. And so it's not mythical me that sees an error or sees a problem and then makes it real and then feels falsely, okay, I'm not going to show you the gap diagram, but at the bottom it says false responsibility. So the mythical me and the problems that it's seeing, right? And then sets out to solve those problems. It can't be done. That's the big hoodwink that keeps mythical me spinning in the cycle of illusion. Truth alone will correct all errors in my mind. So what does that mean? That means I need to be still. Let me be still and listen to the truth, because truth will correct all errors in my mind. And now he's saying what you think that's hurting you, anything, whatever it calls itself, disease or life-threatening illness or relationship conflict or lack of money or no job or fear of COVID, you were mistaken. It's only a mistaken belief because you got duped into believing that the figure in the gap was you. You placed yourself in that figure. You became mythical me. And you actually believe that what happens in this land of imagery and illusions is happening to what you are. You're mistaken.
And I think what dovetails beautifully with what you've just said there, sis, is to realize there's just one problem and one solution again. Remind ourselves of that. Because if we are duped by what's in the gap, that we really think there's a real problem. The second we think there's a real problem, we're going to go down that rabbit hole. And we're going to try and solve that real problem apart from Holy Spirit.
That's right.
Okay. And yeah, so there's just one problem, and that problem is that we believe we're separate from God and our brothers and sisters.
That's right.
And one solution is a correction of that, right? Which is the reminder of what we are as the beloved child of God. Thank you. I'll let you keep reading.
No, I'm just saying, and that goes right in the next line, which is what you just said.
Oh.
So anytime you thought that you were hurt or you have a problem, you were mistaken, because you are God's son, the
Right.
Holy Son of God. I am God's son, whose self, the real self, not mythical me, but who you are in truth, rests where? Safely in the mind of God. This is where you are. This is what you're entitled to. This is what's your inheritance. You include all of this already. So this is the mistaken belief, right? Okay. And truth is going to make that correction. All we're doing is we're forgiving the gap. Right now, we're not being asked to know or recall the absolute, but we are being called to say, I don't want this anymore. Mythical me has never paid off. I'm so done. So I'm forgiving it. Thank God it's an illusion. I don't have to go out there and tackle anything. I'm just forgiving myself for loaning my belief to it. Now I'm withdrawing it and saying, I don't know. I don't remember. But if I'm still and listen, God's imparting itself to our thought constantly. Mm. And that truth will correct all errors in your mind. And what is that? That's the light. I'll step back and I'll let the light has come. And when the light dawns in my mind, that's the revelation from God to man. And then what? We get Christ vision, right? We get to see the healed world, the happy dream, healed perception. We see with the light instead of in darkness.
And it's from that light that if anything needs to be done at the behavioral level here in the dream, or the form level, we'll be told.
We'll be totally
inspired. It'll be inspired, and there won't be any fear.
Yes.
Right. Thank you, sis.
So good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We don't need to do anything.
No, it's a letting, which is what I'm learning right now, you all, because of these joinings, to receive. I'm learning to receive. I'm the world's worst receiver.
No. Wait a minute. Let's just finish this off, as long as this lesson may take. All right?
Yes.
The ego cannot receive.
That's right. That's the sitting still and letting truth do the work.
Thank you.
Oh, goody. To give and to receive.
No. Where's that? Where did you find that?
Are one in truth. It's the second half of 119.
I didn't see that. Oh, wow. I wonder if I'm connected with the mind, I wonder if what...
So connected.
Mind of God. I might be connected to the mind of God.
Oh, no doubt.
And
when you forget, I'll
read this. Go on.
Yeah.
What did you say, sis?
I said, and when you forget, I said, I have no doubt that you are connected to the mind of God. And when you forget, I'll remind you.
Thank you. That's what our holy relationship is for.
That's exactly right. Okay, wow. This is good. This is for Coreen today. To give and to receive are one in truth. I will forgive all things today, that I may learn how to accept or receive the truth in me and come to recognize my sinlessness. I will forgive all things today. Don't want the gap. Don't want mythical me. Don't want to try and figure things out. I'm not responsible. Just whoosh. Mm-hmm. So that I may learn how to accept the truth. I'm going to be still and allow truth to correct all errors in my mind. That I may learn how to accept the truth in me and come to recognize my sinlessness. Because when that truth corrects the errors in your mind, the light comes. And in that light, we recognize, right? The recognition. No more darkness, lights on. Oh, this is what I am. My sinlessness, my innocence, my invulnerability, peace, safety, fearless, guiltless mind, happiness. Ooh, so good.
Okay, so I've just asked and I got an answer, sis.
Good.
Okay. It might be a good time to talk about this.
I trust it.
That through mythical me, the false self, the ego, whatever you want to call it, the false self concept, it is a state of deprivation, a state of lack. It spends its entire lifetime trying to get from other people, from the body, and from the world, right?
Right.
And it tries to get, and it is trying to complete itself, and it thinks that it is gaining its completion through doing, achieving, accomplishing, through special relationships, love relationships, right? Through having children and family. I mean, there's a sacred cow right there that can be completely overtaken by the need for specialness, right? If it's given to the ego to do it. And all of that, it's trying to get. Every time I feel any sense of lack at all, I know it's the ego, right? It's the ego that believes that it's real, that the state of lack is real. But the other thing that's been revealed to me recently is that same identity, false identity, although it wants, it can't receive. I think we said that earlier. It can't actually receive anything. It can't receive without conditions.
That's right. Yeah. Bargaining, giving,
and all of that, right?
That's
so
right.
This is exceedingly important to realize that one that's trying to manipulate somebody else, the one that's trying to manipulate an outcome in a relationship or whatever, that one is the ego. It's not who we are. It's not what we are.
No.
Right?
No. Right.
Okay?
Yeah. The mythical me is as illusory as everything else in it. Right. Yeah. And it's a state of, like you said, it's a total state of lack. It comes in as completely, I'm apart from God. I'm apart from creation. I'm apart from my brother. Now I need to start stuffing to satisfy this longing, this need to constantly get to fill that hole. And thanks, sis. Thank you.
And that hole, that hole is a fundamental mistaken belief that we are the ego, that we are a personal self with a privatized mind, apart from everyone else, in a separate body. And it's like we can't really learn this lesson here, this second part of the lesson, which is to give and to receive a one in truth. We can't really learn that until we begin to transcend our self-interests, right? And that happens as we learn to forgive. That's the first step, is learning to forgive. Yeah. And as we advance, we come to purification and preparedness for holy relationship, which is where we begin to learn that there are no separate selves as such, that we are one together with our brothers and sisters. You were going to say something, sis.
No, that's exactly right. And so that's why they are one in so-called time, one in truth, because there is just the one here. So as I receive, I give. As I give, I receive. And it's the unification. As I receive from God, I'm extending, I'm giving, right? When I'm in that flow. And when I'm giving, I'm also receiving, because it's to myself that I'm giving. And I'm recognizing that in our forgiveness is a gift. Forgiveness is a gift to our brother. We are giving to our brothers and to God the gift of, I'm restoring what's true here. I'm not going to stand as a blockade or, arrogance to block what's true. And and because there's one of us here, it's a gift of restoration, not like arrogant gift. I'm just saying, but as we forgive, it really is, it's a loving act. for the entire sonship. Yeah.
You can
Thank
feel
you.
it, can't you?
Yes. Yes. My only function is to forgive so that God can flow, that we might all be in that flow. We all see the light. Yeah. Thank you, sis. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so
We've
on
got,
the hour.
On the hour?
Hmm?
Who's reading, me? Yeah. Okay. No, you.
Okay, go ahead.
Who is it, me or you?
I'm reading. I'm happy to pass the baton, but yeah.
No, you read. You read it.
Okay. So on the hour, truth will correct all errors in my mind. On the half hour, to give and to receive are one in truth. Lesson 119. Thanks, sis. That was helpful. Really good. Yeah. Thanks, family.
Yeah, it's wonderful doing these lessons. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
I feel it. Bye.
Yes, bye.